Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Kholodny Ferma. Playing today, spawning on the right, we have PanzerGrenadierAngreifen playing as OKW, and his loadout is Fortifications, Special Operations, and Overwatch. Facing off against him on the left, we have OrangePest playing as Soviets and straight away going for airborne troops. New commander, so that's nice to see. So Angreifen running straight down the middle, extremely aggressive with his stern pioneers right into this house. Currently not denying much territory with this control, however. Going for a Kubel on the back of this to do backcapping whilst he gets aggressive with these two squads. Let's see how it shakes out for him. Oh, in terms of rankings as well, I forgot to mention, Angreifen around rank 15, OrangePest around rank 30. Their respective factions. Okay, so here come the folks. We have combat engineers here on the munitions, two squads of conscripts. Gonna try hold on to the cutoff here, and we have another squad actually branching out to the south. We'll do some capping around the bottom of the map. Conscripts taking up some nice cover positions here. And Angreifen actually might have put that wire a little bit too close to the door there. Doesn't end up denying it. It looks like that's what he's going for. And now neutralizing the territory point. OrangePest trying to cap up with his combat engineers because they can't really fight too effectively here. Whilst Angreifen just waiting for his troops to amass before making a push. He's going to push in over here now. I've seen him build sandbags here before in the past, but not going with that currently. There we go, jumps behind this heavy cover position. OrangePest did capture this with his combat engineers, but didn't wire that off. A little bit of a mistake there, and oh, Angreifen gets spotted mid-plant of that wire. Takes quite a lot of damage now. The conscripts that were capping in the south also getting themselves involved. And should be able to fight the Stern Pioneers from this heavy cover position, especially when Stern Pioneers are that low to start things off. OrangePest getting more of his units involved, but these Grenadiers winning this engagement over here pretty handily. Angreifen having to retreat from the middle. Kugelwagen has kept up the map nicely though, but Angreifen on the aggressive here didn't get much damage done. And here comes the Flamer. Yep, straight away retreats, but the damage is already done. Got the point neutralized, and captured in fact. Connected and captured. But yeah, doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage from that flamethrower and a losing engagement. Angreifen going for 4 Volksgrenadiers on top of the Kubel. So investing quite heavily into those starting units. Kubel of course is a little bit more mobile these days, so is seeing a little bit more play. I personally have tried using it for a few gaming sessions, but haven't had much success. I always seem to take too much damage on it and spend too much time repairing it, but I've seen it being used effectively. Maybe it's just not for me. OrangePest came down here, got the neutralizer on the cutoff, then backed out. He, just in time as well. OKW blob coming out would have taken some pretty big losses if he tried to stick around. Do also have healing up for OrangePest, so pretty standard stuff. 4 conscripts into healing, and now starting to drop in some of those weapon crates. They're getting heavily outgunned, 3-1 in the middle, but held on for a little bit. If you can force your OKW player to continuously charge into you behind heavy cover, it does bleed them a bit of manpower. And he's got the SVTs on these conscripts. I feel like it's important if you're using this commander, you know, you can get these airdrop weapons quite early on. It's important to drop them early on. Start spitting out that higher damage as quickly as possible. I feel like that's one of the real strengths of this commander, specifically against OKW. That you can get access to your weapon upgrades so early. And yeah, I mean, if you can get them before the STGs, that's obviously greatly to your advantage. But even then, you do get them at an early stage such that you can fight the SVT squads, whereas something like the PPSH will come in quite a lot later. OrangePest playing this nicely so far. Angreifen's aggression in the centre has been diffused very effectively every time. Now he's going on the offensive here, putting down some sandbags on this fuel point. And we're going to get the neutralize up there. The squad also trying to get the neutralize, but doesn't come off. The SVT con's actually doing some big damage. No retreat over here. Uh-oh. That could be a wipe. These squads move into the retreat path especially. He's looking for the kill there. Oh, might have been better to come around this way. Well, but he gets the kill anyway. And there we go. Nice scalp picked up there for OrangePest against Angreifen. Tier 2 behind this. Actually going for a Maxim now. Angreifen does have mechanized up. So we're going to be bringing in their looks pretty soon. But OrangePest getting the capture at a very important juncture, like right before Angreifen could potentially go for the looks. So instead of, just trying to save for the looks, just squeeze out a machine gun first. Get those like neutralizers at just the right time. It can be hugely to your advantage. Cause that last like 10 fuel to just take a minute rather than 30 seconds can make all the difference in these early game engagements. But the incendiary grenade comes in, gets chased off the point. Tier 3 coming in for OrangePest though, and going to be coming in at a nice timing, especially with just one combat engineer. Sometimes it can be easy to miss your Tier 3 tech timing, but he's pretty much on form with that, so that's nice to see. And the looks is going to be coming out, but the T70 is going to be shortly thereafter. So Angreifen going to have a tough time with his looks. So going for a replacement Volksgrenadier squad here, but as we can see, that may be punished by the T70 play. Angreifen perhaps overestimating how much fuel damage he's done to his opponent. Which has actually been quite almost nothing, I don't think he's got the cutoff once. Interesting positioning on the MG here. Ends up paying dividends. Conscripts run in, get pinned before they get the neutralized there. So I don't think I've seen that before, but it seemed to work out really nicely for Angreifen. Next, I'm jumping into the building here. No AT grenades for OrangePest, but T70 about to pop out. And could take the AT grenades if he really wanted. Mine goes down. Google using the Vet 1 infantry awareness here. Getting a little bit of extra intel, and actually 2 mines down. Angreifen in pretty important spots. Should allow his his looks to escape the T70 in a pinch. Trying to brute force his way around this MG, but the looks is there. T70, however, going to the south. Squad waiting around the corner for a Faust, but taking quite a lot of damage in the meantime. Drops quite a few models, but with only one combat engineer, as I mentioned earlier. Repairs on this will be a little bit slow. Looks he's dropping in more weapons crates. Throw my Dishka time. Be interesting that he did decide to go for the Maxim rather than the Dishka. Maybe just prioritizing his munitions. The the moment to the weapon upgrades. Angreifen now is finally getting onto the fuel. Some resource harassment. So you need to get the repairs now, but taking a Faust like that really slows the shock impact of it. That was a nice play from Angreifen, waiting around the corner, allowing the Faust to come in. This does open the door. No, I say it does open the door for Angreifen to go for a Puma. You know, just about his required resources, but it looks like he's going to go for the Raketen to back up the looks. Trickier to position. That was foolproof for sure, but still a viable option. These conscripts get 2. Almost win, but not having to retreat. Conscripts do manage to ooh-rah into the building though. Looks is there. Oh, no Raketen support. Raketen's actually going to where the T-70 was in the south. Now T-70 rotating through the middle up to battle the looks. Still no AT. Oh no, he does have AT grenades, but he just doesn't have the munitions currently. It's actually one thing you need to kind of monitor in these scenarios with your weapon upgrades. Is like, am I going to need a Faust or an AT grenade to deal with your light vehicle, and then make sure you delay one of your weapon upgrades so you always have that amount of munitions available. Anyway, Raketen creeping up, putting some pressure on the T-70, brings it out of camo to try and get the shot in here. Ooh, doesn't quite get the angle. Close call. Conscripts once again ooh-rahing around, but no munitions for the AT grenade, and this MG for Angreifen working out really nicely. This is there, misses the shot. Ooh, T-70 does go down, so does... Oh, can he get the kill on it? He does have sight. So did the Kubel, but nice Raketen play there from Angreifen.
Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
OrangePest finally managing to break this containment, however, but Angreifen did some huge damage in that period, knocking out the T-70, cutting off the resources for an extended period of time. It was a really nice way for Angreifen to get back in the game after a bit of a shaky start. Looks like he has gone for battle group as well, so maybe we're just going to see him go for the Command Panther later on. But yeah, as you can see, these SVT cons are matching up very well against the Volksgrenadiers, which is yeah, one of the real strengths, I think, of using this commander against OKW. Plus having conscripts AT grenades on all your squads is also quite a good way of dealing with light vehicles. No, we haven't really seen that come into effect because of OrangePest's low amount of munitions so far. Uses a barrage there. Doesn't end up working out too well. Looks like he might have cancelled it. I wonder if the Zis got bugged. Nope. Not just the infiltration grenades, and that is a lock-in of Spec Ops for Angreifen, as you might expect. SVT conscripts. Oof, doing big damage to that Volksgrenadier. Nice avoidance of that grenade as well from OrangePest. Conscripts behind the heavy cover. Steam Pioneers abandon hope straight away. Now Zis pushing up behind the Maxim. Oh, but the MG once again coming in clutch for Angreifen, and some infiltration grenades. OrangePest shut out through the middle. Looks coming around for a wee bit of a flank, but Zis in a nice position to shut that down. Oh, doesn't quite get a second. Oh, he does! What's that, attack ground maybe? Very close to max range. Anyway, this squad that was on the northern VP now getting a really nice flank on the MG. And OrangePest charging forwards here, especially with the looks being on this low amount of health. can't really assist in this battle. So now OrangePest returning the favour, jumping onto the cutoff, pushing up nicely here. They're dropping in one more SVT package. Final squad of conscripts.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
So fully upgraded now. Only have 2 STG packages. Of course, Angreifen using quite a few grenades and having to go for the healing crates, so not going to be able to get as many upgrades as OrangePest. We outnumbered there 3-1. Can't really fight those. OrangePest has put down his tier 4 and very close to a timing for a T-34 now. And if he does get the T-34 out quickly, should have at least a wee bit of time. Oh! T-grenade ends up getting his squad wiped. Now pushing through the middle. No, this is not coming up behind this. The SVT conscript's doing some big damage, and now we've got some infiltrated guards coming in, being upgraded with the PPSHs. Is this bringing up the rear now, but a little bit too slow on that. But he's going to jump onto the cutoff regardless. Get the neutralized, now going for some attack grounds through the building, hoping to get a lucky shot in here. Either way, he's jumped onto the cutoff. And T-34 coming in. Angreifen still 1.5 command points away from the Command Panther, but perhaps more importantly, 50 fuel away. So if OrangePest can maintain this cutoff, he can delay that Command Panther and allow more time for his T-34 to do some big damage here. And Maxim getting flanked here. Is this also in a tricky position, backing down away from these squads towards his para guards, his defense. Angreifen also not content to just push back onto his own cutoff, also going for OrangePest up here. And the infiltration grenades, good dodge forwards by OrangePest though, nicely played. And yeah, the para guards here using the smoke, infiltration grenades though again. So many infiltration grenades. Running back to a safe position. Knows exactly where this Raketen is, just was shooting at it earlier. And T-34 skirting around. Raketen gets forced off. Potentially he could have gone in, and if he decrewed it there, if he just like drove straight at it and decrewed it, would have been really strong. Looks like Angreifen feeling pressured here into going for a Puma to react to this. Looks like he can't hold on until the Command Panther. It feels a little bit unusual though. I thought maybe he'd just invest in another Raketen and try stall for the Command Panther, but it shows how under pressure he feels right now. The arrival of that T-34. Once again, OrangePest getting onto that cutoff though. So perhaps the Puma reaction is justified. Chasing away squads on the flank with the T-34. Whose support gun has been doing some decent work. Haven't seen them use a smoke on it so far though.
Panther command tanks have reached the front. Deploy is needed.
A healing, bit of reinforcing going on both sides. Looks like maybe he's going to try operate with the guards in the southern area. A lot of close quarters engagements can happen around these tree lines. So it does make sense, but you've got to be careful, of course, of their looks coming down there and ruining their day.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
And that T-34 coming in. Looks like maybe he's going to go for a crush here. It's 2 models with it. Nicely done. Has to retreat before a second Faust can come in as well. So no engine damage. Ooh, and a huge shot. Almost one hits that squad. Puma's there to save the day. Calling in the flares. Now looks finally mobilizing to those para guards, but they've managed to capture the point in the south. In the meantime, Angreifen a little bit late to react there. It looks like the T-34 heading down to the south now. And off to a good start here. This T-34 already vet 1, 13 kills, been on the battlefield for but a few moments. Could backfire if he retreats through that mine. Be careful. Must be a smoke here, which is why Lux isn't firing at the guards. Is this a new conscript? Did I miss one going down earlier? Did I catch that? Oh. Never remember that kind of stuff. This barrage trying to soften up the MG, but Angreifen well on top of the dodge. Reacts nicely in the first 2 shells. Can do almost any damage. Now Looks pushing. Conscripts don't quite get in range. Oh, he doesn't even have the munitions for an AT grenade. Second shot comes in on the Looks. Oh, big shot from the infantry support guns. This is in trouble here now. Gets out. Close call, however. Close call as well for the Raketen, also skating away at low health. And Maxim winning this MG battle in the middle. OrangePest to maintain the pressure. He's not even going to backpedal with the Zis. Going to leave it on the front lines. No, he's backpedaling now. 234 coming around on the south, forcing a retreat. Threatening the Puma. Angreifen going for the VPs. A lot of aggressive VP capping has been going on this match. Both players have drained quite a few points off. Just pulling back for some reinforcements. A little bit out of the medic range here though, so I'm not going to get healed up. Putting him to the north, and so is the T-34. In fact, that's a fresh T-34. And we're getting chased down now. The kitten is there. And goes for the ram. And he gets the kill, but it looks like he's going to end up losing the T-34 because of it. There it goes. Second T-34 coming in, looking for the decrew on the Raketen. This will be a big deal if he gets it. Oof. Oh, he does, but it's in a very safe position, easy to recrew. But that's not too bad of a trade. T-34 for Puma in his current position. He currently has the vehicle superiority. Angreifen finally hitting the fuel for the Command Panther, but lacking the manpower. Getting his recruit coming back out to fight. OrangePest doing some capping. Oh, it looks like he lost his flamethrower squad as well. T-grenade on the Looks. Recruit Raketen sneaking forwards. T-34, oh, gets a really nice long-range shot in, but backs out, playing conservatively with this T-34. Knows if he loses it, he'll be in a sticky situation. Knows what commander he's up against as well. Command Panther could hit the battlefield at any moment. Going for some attack ground shots here. Paraguards getting forced off by the low health Looks, which is being repaired though.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
And here comes the Command Panther. Going T-34 hunting, it looks like. Just coming straight at it.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Is this rotating? Oh! Engine damage, and right in front of the Zis. Looks coming in, looking for the decrew on the Zis. T-34 is there, a little bit slow to react. In fact, he's not even going to react, he's going to pull back for repairs. Oh, just does get one parting shot in there. MG34 covering the cutoff nicely though. Did go over here for the cutoff, but because OrangePest controls the central BP as well as munitions point, doesn't actually cut anything off. The conscript's oorang in, but now he has the munitions for AT grenades. Lobs it, but he might lose the squad because of the extra delay. Ooh, that was a close call. Constantly though, OrangePest has been lacking munitions. He's been using his abilities very frequently. A lot of AT grenades, a lot of Zis barrages, full weapon upgrades on his squads as well. So he has been lacking munitions in some important points so far this match. Hasn't had the munitions for an AT grenade. But it looks like the Command Panther coming back out, not at full health though, so might take engine damage from just one more AT grenade. Oh, very close. I mean, right on the edge. Greifen doing a nice job here, pushing up with his MG, covering the center. It's been really good with his MG positioning so far this game. It's been very impressive.
T-34 ready for combat.
And another T-34 coming in now. Paraguard's crossing the road there, taking quite a lot of damage. Oh, squad kind of splitting the damage between these two. Second T-34, or in fact maybe it's the third of the game. It's a meeting with the Command Panther. So, you know, it's important, you know, OrangePest going for a second T-34. You've got to be confident in your micro to do this. Because the Command Panther could mop both of them up, especially with some nice rocket positioning from... Oh no. Paraguard's going down there in the north to the looks. Though they do seem to be quite squishy, those guards. Oh. Speaking of rocket positioning. Oh, and he takes engine damage as well. Command Panther also with the damaged engine though, so unable to chase. OrangePest putting a lot of VP pressure on Angreifen. On the 167 now. Capping in the north as well with the secure mode. Angreifen really feeling the heat. Comes the Zis barrage. Once again, this MG causing OrangePest so many headaches. Oh, this just took a big shot from the ISG as well. 34 trying to avoid getting engine damage up here. You never know when that Command Panther could rear its head and just knock it out, so he has to be very cautious to avoid that engine damage. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, you know. You should be very confident in your vehicle control to go for two T-34s in this scenario, especially just only 76s. Su-85, perhaps the safer option, but can also be tricky to use on this map. Very effective through the middle of the map, but can be tough to use in other areas. Can also get flanked as well. And looks like OrangePest's reaction to that MG. Gonna go for a mortar, probably to try and smoke, open up the capture in the middle VP area, or maybe just to barrage. Oh, and this is one you don't see too often. Tracking being used here from OrangePest. Giving him some extra sight on the Zis. Oh, Vet 5 now on their looks. 42 kills. Very impressive keeping that alive so far.
supplies to the enemy.
Enemy destroys. Maybe there was a sandbag or something. Double T-34s there as well as this Command Panther coming forwards. They'll take quite a lot of damage, but the looks meanwhile dishing it out on the other side. Two T-34s chasing after Command Panther is low. Some big damage from the Zis. Now he has to abandon the chase. Lose one of his T-34s. Oh, excuse me if he's not careful. As I mentioned, trying to smoke off the middle, open up the capture. OrangePest's attempts in the south have not been working out too well. That looks has just been such a huge thorn in his side. Nice infiltration grenades on the way in. T-34 coming down here on low health though. OrangePest is starting to bleed quite a lot from the conscripts. You can see his KD is quite poor at the moment because of it. It looks really cutting into his manpower. More smoke coming in the middle though. But yeah, he has been using his conscripts, you know, quite inefficiently to, you know, just like threaten AT grenades. Just capping on points while suppressed and whatnot, which is costing him quite a lot of manpower. You know, I'm not saying that these are the wrong decisions, but he's making them, and you have to be prepared to suffer the bleed. You could come along with them. Angreifen now in a tough position, got quite a lot of resources starting to build up, but maybe not so many that he would feel confident ticking up. Always want to have that get out of jail free card of going for another Command Panther if you end up losing this one. I'm doing a nice job in the north, but the looks is up there now. And oh, he has to retreat just before completing the capture. Now the VP pressure back on OrangePest all of a sudden. And Angreifen's been doing a really good job of avoiding the T-34s with his looks, just playing on the opposite side of the map almost constantly. He's been very impressive with his control in that regard. T-34 coming up here, but the Raketten's up there now. Angreifen working this one well, waiting for the Raketten to get in position before launching his Faust. Oh, he doesn't even launch the Faust, okay. Thought it was worthwhile, but it's got plenty of munitions. Getting engine damage, you know, slowing down T-34s always comes in handy. Your support gun now going after the mortar team, getting some good hits on it. Nearly Vet 3, 15 kills. Once again, the OrangePest using the smoke nicely in the middle. You can really see the effectiveness of this mortar. Opening up the captures in the middle of VP, where that MG was just locking him out every time previously. This misses its first shot. T-34 up here using secure mode. Looks like the Raketten's not up here currently. And in fact, Angreifen going for a second Raketen, just about to hit the battlefield. Oh man! What was he doing with that looks? Playing with it too aggressively, obviously. Oh, big hit from the ISG. Just nearly decrewed, but it's at Vet 3. Command Panther down here getting some repairs. T-34 now on the hunt for the Raketten. Oh, does take a shot from it. Now backing away, playing it safe. Could have stayed on top of it, tried to just like outright decrew it, but yeah, playing it safe, getting away, making sure it just doesn't die to the Command Panther.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
understandable as well, you know, it dying in this position, probably he's going to be unable to kill it, so really only costing Angreifen a little bit of manpower. Maybe if he could stick around and destroy it afterwards, would be worth going for the kill. Calling in some, or infiltrating some of these airborne guards. A lot of repairs required now for OrangePest though.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Oh, Angreifen ticking under 85 VPs now. He's really feeling the heat in that department. Has put up his Schwer finally. Bitten the bullet. And I think one of the reasons why OrangePest is still fighting so strongly here is he's not up against Obers yet. So his conscripts matching up pretty well with STG Volksgrenadiers, and that's really helping him with the map control. Especially now that the Lux is dead. Opening up the map control of the flanks a lot more effectively. Grenade into grenades there. Here come the BPSH guards, chasing away all these units in the north. And now Angreifen getting a taste of his own medicine. Maxim covering the middle. There's this barrage coming in there as well. Panther heading to the north now. Chasing away the conscripts. Angreifen maintaining control. T-34 is just about back up, ready for some more action. Big flood of conscripts come in through the south. Filtration grenades into the incoming path. Pretty well dodged by OrangePest though.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
SVT-Con's working well. Starting to pick up some big kills now.
Supply sector under attack.
Panther now rotating to the south to deal with this. MG actually rotating from the middle to deal with this conscript onslaught. And here comes one of the repaired T-34s. Conscripts Ura around and dispense of that quite nicely. Now he's going to look for a cap in the south. Command Panther is nearby. Still with two T-34s. It's a tough matchup against the Command Panther. To rely on some nice positioning when this could be the moment actually. Command Panther, you know, if T-34 comes down from the north as well as this one through this avenue. It's T-34 backed away a very long way though. And he already burned his AT grenade. So it's not going to result in engine damage. Here come the Raketans as well. Oh, and one in. Two in. T-34 down. Second T-34 coming in here, putting it on prioritized vehicles. Looking for the kill on the Command Panther. Getting onto the rear arm of Raketan. Get one shot in here. Can the T-34 get the kill? Raketan's coming down, so is the Zis. Avoids the double Raketans, but Zis not in a position to fire here. Nice attempt at the attack grounds from Angreifen, but don't amount to much. OrangePest still in control of the VPs. That's very important. Angreifen did get onto the resource points, but not nearly as important. OrangePest has so much fuel, but basically inconsequential to him at the moment. It's a moment like 3 times there. It's a little bit lazy. Trash grenades. Oh, that's a big one. No dodge. And no dodge on this. Just throwing grenades left, right, and center. But yeah, OrangePest, you know, that was not a bad idea coming down there with the 2 T-34s. Could have needed results, but the one that backed away just backed away so far. It took so long to come in and support. Maybe if he was a little bit quicker on the trigger, would have got the job done. But is going for the capture in the north. Angreifen meanwhile capping in the middle and the south. And it looks like, oh man, Panzer IV now coming in for Angreifen. Going to be like a jumbo-sized looks now. Try to shut down capping plays on the flanks. And OrangePest going for another T-34. is a risky play, as I said. Especially now in the face of another tank. Not that it's hit the field yet, so you can't anticipate that, but... yeah, risky. And we've seen, you know, the T-34s have continually struggled with Command Panther. These 285 can really just force it off long range. Like it's probably the safer option. The T-34's heading to the infantry in the north. Meanwhile, OrangePest's own infantry charging through the middle, going to decrew the Vet 4 infantry support gun. Is that enough? Oh, how did that survive? It took like no damage as walked all this distance. Very surprising. Oh, big crush though up here in the north from OrangePest. Might even... oh, gets the kill in fact. Nicely done. Very impressive control there.
We have taken the enemy down to 50 points.
Heading up that way now, but a little bit too late. Let's hit Vet 2 on that bad boy, however. Oh, engineers, yeah. Don't get much damage done. Oh, Command Panther perhaps overextending here. T-34s could get on the rear armor. Missing their first shots. The T-grenade coming in. Bouncing, yeah, don't want to chase any further without threat of the engine damage facing the frontal armor of the Command Panther. That is too tough to fight. And oh, this could be a really nice maneuver from Angreifen, pushing through the middle with the Panzer IV at the same time through the north with the Command Panther. Catching OrangePest off guard a little bit here. MG in the north shutting down the conscripts as well. OrangePest feeling the heat now, might be suffering a triple cap very shortly. Oh, might have overcooked it here with the Panzer IV though if he takes engine damage. But no munitions for OrangePest. He's going in though, going after the kill on the Panzer IV. One of the Raketens got stolen away there from OrangePest, so unable to assist. Command Panther also at an awkward angle, looking for the killing blow, blitzing in. High health T-34 is there to fight him off, but he gets the kill long range, all thanks to the excellent sight of the Command Panther. But now he's just getting hammered from all angles. King gets decrewed though, Zis failing to set up in time. Command Panther circling around the building, avoiding any damage here. T-34 getting repaired up quickly. One shot in. T-34 getting onto the rear armor of the Command Panther now, and he gets the kill. Nicely done by OrangePest. Also capping in the middle. VP's still tough position for both players. OrangePest under the triple cap now and getting forced off the middle. Angreifen a little bit low on infantry. Actually, interesting that he goes for a Panzer IV now. Could have called in another Command Panther. I think he had basically the exact amount of resources to do so. And G34 coming down from the north. It's really impressive from Angreifen to have the foresight to bring it down to assist in this engagement. Good play from him. Oh, but actually retreating this Raketen here, which might have helped against T-34. Second one coming through though. And he doesn't want to risk charging in. Could, you know, once again, Command Panther could come in at his second and just knock this out, so he doesn't want to risk losing it. Abandoned on this T-34 as well, so it's a little bit unlucky for Angreifen, but don't know if it's going to matter. It's coming down to a VP battle at the end here. Might not even see this T-34 return to combat after the abandon. Conscripts putting down sandbags on this VP. That's a good idea. Angreifen is light on the infantry. Maybe that's why he was going for Panzer IV instead of the Command Panther, because he could squeeze in one more squad. Oh, and he's just feeling the pure desperation here, bringing the Raketen in for the kill on the abandoned T-34, but ends up losing the Raketen in the process. Big hit from the P4. Conscripts have to retreat. But Super T-34 now. He's actually heading to the north with it. Could chase away any machine gun that's up here potentially, as well as use secure mode if he's that desperate. He's going to, whilst the paraguards make their way up there. There's 4 in the south, but is this in a nice position? Conscript looking for the AT grenade, but actually once again doesn't have the munitions for it. Oh man, and this is just rattling off shots. And he gets the kill! Whoa, Angreifen experienced some pathing issues there, kind of spinning around on the spot. P4 down, and I think that's going to be the game. Yeah, PGA throws in the towel, disconnects. Well, yeah, really nice game, back and forth action. OrangePest getting off to a strong start. You can see how effective this commander can be against OKW. Getting the SVTs on your conscripts early really helps turn the tide against the Volksgrenadiers. Even with OrangePest losing his T70 without it doing too much damage, still played this one really nicely against the, you know, full meta commander as well. Spec Ops from Angreifen. And yeah, just some nice play from OrangePest all round. Solid stuff. Just played tight, you know, just didn't take any unnecessary risks and didn't get punished because of it. Good stuff. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.